What's going on, you guys? So check it right. With this year coming to an end soon, the fourth quarter has seen some really dope releases. But one particular project that has been anticipated is a Maglera Dope Boy with Maglera Tapes. Now, the project consists of 19 tracks with countless of features from Nasty C, Casman Your Vest, Blackie, 25K, Latin Over Pounds, ASAP 12V, OK, Malum Cool Cat, Tato Soul, and a lot more. But two featured artists who stood out the most to me was the singer Leah Butler and Wonder Season, who appeared on quite a few songs. Leah Butler's vocals on every record that she was on, wow, that was the highlight, and she managed to capture the essence of each record, whereas Wonder Season showcased the range of sounds, displaying how versatile he really is, so a big shout out to them. Now, with the project having so many features, well, I just found it to be unfortunate because I always found myself wanting more from Maglera. Instead of hearing certain features, from my point of view, Maglera got drowned out by some of the artists, whereas we could have heard more from him. We could have heard more of his story, but I guess that was a missed opportunity on his behalf. Now, the production on the project is refreshing in my opinion, and it really made for an enjoyable experience. Maglera incorporated different elements of music into this project, and I say that because it's not your traditional hip-hop album, considering that we have elements of dance, techno, R&B, soul, as well as hip-hop. So Maglera divided the project into 5 chapters, with the first being Maglera, the second being Little Europe, the third being Melody, the fourth being Mutswako, and the fifth being Dark Knight. Now, the project is deeply rooted in Maglera's experiences in Klerksdorp, known as Maglera in the streets. He definitely tries to summarize the essence of his hometown and personal journey, blending local narratives with broader hip-hop themes. The project is described as a tribute to both the place and the person, showcasing Maglera's commitment to authenticity and storytelling. Now, Maglera is known for his unique storytelling and hard-hitting verses, where the project offers a blend of South African rap with global influences. As I mentioned earlier, the album features a mix of soulful, spiritual tracks to fast-paced, empowering anthems, illustrating his versatility and lyrical prowess. And to me, more than anything else, I felt as if he wanted to prove that he isn't just a conventional rapper where we could predict his next move. Instead, he definitely stepped outside the box and pushed the boundaries with his sound. Now, with the project being so long, discussing each track would make the video too long-winded, so I think it's best if I discuss my standout records from the tape. So with the first chapter being Maglera, right? This is more centered around the township and how niggas are subjected to the harsh reality of having to grow up there. On God is Power, we can hear him say, stuck in my ways, same shit, new outpost, just a different day, stuck in a maze. Swear the township is the new gulag, just a different cage. Now, he also speaks on how despite life being a bitch, he's gonna make it his dame, which is a woman with the rank of Knight Commander or holder of the Grand Cross in the Orders of Chivalry, which is some solid imagery in my opinion. And it also just made me think about the cover art for the project, where we see Maglera dressed up as a knight, which is definitely a callback to that, and with him viewing himself as a Dark Knight, which is also a Batman reference to the Christopher Nolan movies. We also hear him say, in my domain, niggas is born in the darkness, Baka Mandela like Bane. So, as I said, solid imagery. Now with Envy, we can hear Maglera speak on how it is to be him, in terms of what he used to get up to, as well as how he's living now. We hear him talking about counting 3K worth of cash by some hotel, to then talking about riding 4 deep with these niggas in a Hyundai. He also speaks on being low-key when he's in Jersey, chilling with niggas like Zuchi and Mizo, as well as reminiscing about being legit since he was a jit, and that he's been rapping since '03. So it was just pretty much a rundown of his life. Now we had Leah Butler featured on there with her beautiful vocals and a crazy verse from Tato Soul. We all remember what Tato and Maglera did on Ever Ride. It's clear that these two never missed together. Now with Italy or Italy, well, besides Maglera talking about how Klerksdorp or Maglera is influenced by the Italian lifestyle, whether it's the fashion or Impatla or him chilling at the bodega with these niggas, while the record sounds good, especially with the piano keys in the background setting the tone for the track, the highlight for me was the hook. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Maglera ventured into different sounds on this project. I mean, with chapter 2 and 3 being Little Europe and Melody respectively, while those records were more so on the dance, techno and soulful side, with a lot of those records being very vibrant and chilled. In terms of subject matter, they weren't really filled with anything long lasting in my opinion, just records that really sound good to listen to. Some of my favorites from those chapters include Cape Town Music, Copenhagen, Jealousy and So Fly. Now with chapter 4 being Mutswako, which I guess is a spin on the original sound of Mutswako, this portion of the project included probably 2 of my favorite records. Now, Mutswako is where Maglera brings back the bars, with Ki Hip Hop or Dog being a traditional rap / backpackers type song with Maglera and Blackie dropping 2 dope verses. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out who got the best of the other, but I'm slightly leaning towards Blackie, just based on how clever he was with his bars, whereas Maglera was just narrating his lifestyle, but nonetheless, it's a dope record. Now, with Boy Pelo, while besides the record sounding so clean and spiritual at the same time, the song is centered around being uplifted, whether it's through the higher spirits watching over you, or you as your own individual not giving up when times are tough, and showing love to yourself and the ones around you. And Maglera definitely made sure to convey that perfectly with these lyrics, and with Leah Butler's vocals, wow, it was the perfect touch to this song, as she definitely portrayed that spiritual feel the best way possible, making this record top 2 from the project in my opinion. The other record in my top 2 is Chow Mein, which features 25K and Latin Over Pounds. I mean, even though the record is so chilled and laid back, all 3 of these niggas made sure to deliver. I mean, 25K killed the hook, Latinova gave a standout verse, and Maglera made sure to come through with the vibes. Now, with the last chapter being Dark Knight, while this is where we hear Maglera tap into his more aggressive side, the records are more so on the trap side in terms of sonics, where I think he was catering to his audience who love raging in the mosh pits. Now, a standout for me from this chapter is Dark Knight, which features ASAP 12E, and I say that because you can tell they both understood the assignment for this record, where it sounded like they were on the same frequency, busy rapping in the same flow for a good portion of the song. So it sounded like they developed some good chemistry, where Maglera was in the US some time back. Now, with Scarface being the last record on the project, I thought it was the perfect way to close off the tape. I mean, Maglera got in his introspective bag, just detailing what he's been through, what he's currently going through, and just where his headspace is at. It's definitely a captivating record, and I love when artists speak on their inner thoughts and how they perceive reality from their lens. So definitely another standout for me. In summary, Maglera Tapes is a comprehensive musical and cultural statement by Maglera Doughboy, focusing on personal identity, community, and the evolution of hip-hop in SA with a global touch. Now, I've seen the project get a lot of mixed reviews, and I guess that's to be expected since Maglera pushed the boundaries with his sound on this tape. All I'll say is if you treat each chapter as an isolated experience, you might find yourself appreciating what he did on this project a lot more. But with that said, you guys let me know your thoughts on this. Are you messing with Maglera Tapes or nah? Comment down below. Anyways guys, thanks for tuning in and I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to hit that like button if you found the content dope, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's on to the next one. Peace.